Hi, hello, welcome back to another Onkruid video, welcome back to another Cuphead video. Treetop Trouble, Run and Gun. We know about these levels, we know what they are all about. We know also that we struggled a little bit with this level last time around because it's a bit more unpredictable. It's a bit more learning than just one boss throughout an entire episode, of course. I don't know if those purple ones are things we can parry. I don't know if I want to find out. Can't get rid of that little woodpecker there. Can jump over. We need to remember to dash, man. That has been my problem for the past couple of... Well, that answers my question about being able to parry those guys. That's not possible at all. I still don't know how we get up to those kinds of coins. Maybe it's like another special item we need to equip sometime, but... For now, I am just moving along, just exploring the rest of this level. I don't think we are necessarily going to get a victory right now because we have taken quite a lot of damage already so far. We are just still trying our best, right? As we always do. If you're not always trying your best while playing games, then why are you playing them? Unless if it's like just a very, very chill game, something like Minecraft or something, you don't always have to be trying your best necessarily when you're playing Minecraft, in my opinion. Sometimes you could also just be trying to have fun instead of going for like the best place or the best buildings. I thought I would be able to jump on top of those guys because they look like slabs, but nothing is further from the truth. Alright, explored a little bit of the level. We kind of know a little bit what to expect right now. And we know especially, and that is very important intel, that these guys, these roly-poly little bug fellas, are actually nothing to be scared of at all. They are very easy to dodge and get rid of. And now we also know about the dodge again and how essential that is to our survival in this map. And I think now we really have all the we are equipped with the keys to the kingdom. We know exactly what is expected of us in this level, and we know exactly how to deal with it, therefore. Just quickly gonna use a bit of jumping action to get rid of this enemy first before I actually head up here. Might make it a bit slower, but it does make it a bit safer. Seems like we can't really get rid of that bottom slab. But I guess that's okay. I guess then the bottom slab... Oh yes, we can. Don't know what happened then in the previous one, but... We should probably charge up our super meter completely, like entirely for once, to figure out whether my hypothesis was right about the fact that that is actually the trigger we need for the new super attack we unlocked. Who knows what that super attack is, you know? Maybe we all of a sudden like, oops. We all of a sudden Kamehameha and destroy every single monster in existence on screen. Maybe it's a Modern Warfare 2 inspired tactical nuke. With... like including the nice little sound effects that come with the nuke. Those are the sound effects that come with the nuke. If you were not familiar with that, by the way. Nice little jumping action right here. Seems easy enough. Nothing to be too scared of yet. I want to get that coin. He do be kind of a platforming god, as you can see here. I did not expect anything like this to happen. It kind of scares me shitless, but I guess we will just have to stay nice and calm, stay cool and collected, and all in all, this is not such a scary enemy as I first thought it to be, really. Is that already it, or does it have another face? Was it already it? I almost threw away the level right there at the end, but we are just not going to talk about it. It's going to diminish my score a little bit because of the lack of HP bonus, but all in all, didn't have too much trouble with that level, right? Not going to get the most amazing grade probably, yeah, because we were a little bit slow and we didn't have any of the other bonuses going for us, but all in all, okay, you know, I'm just here for clearing out the game. I am not here for the completionist getting 100% on everything. What are you doing looking at my chip? It's not my fault. I've been busy fighting off those casino betters. Now I'm gonna say, I got a dice once. That's a dice down there. But first of all, right here. Cagney Carnation in Floral Fury. As you know, we are all about that regular damage, regular difficulty. This is a boss I have definitely seen before in like videos about Cuphead, back when it was still the hype that it is not really anymore right now. I guess I want to get rid of these plants first, if at all possible. Should have dodged a little bit better there, probably. There's quite a lot of things to dodge at the moment, and you also do not want to be down there in the bottom. Alright. The first couple of phases of these boss are always just like, you know that you are throwing away some lives, you know? You know that you are not actually gonna be able to effectively deal with the boss because you are still learning almost all of the mechanics. Definitely should have not gotten hit by that. Get up here now. Yeah, we already learned about that. Can you get rid of the brain? It doesn't necessarily seem like it. Oh yeah, apparently you can. I guess just when he is doing his attack. You can get rid of those carrots, so these are a bit annoying to dodge. Don't know how we actually pulled it off there. The bottom attack, which is also what I did to your girlfriend last night when she was on top. I almost ruined my own joke, if you can even call it a joke. I don't think you can call something like that a joke. Dashing into that boss and then dying, that's a little bit of a joke, because that causes me to laugh at my own skills in game, or rather the lack thereof. I had quite a busy day today. Even though it was my free day at work, I spent almost the entire day doing diagnostic research things, writing on the diagnostic report I have to be writing on for a client. Probably my least favorite part of the job ever. Really, I have been dreading writing this report, and I have also been postponing it a lot. I did not yet know, I was not yet aware that this boss was able to do that on any height, so now we learned something yet again. There's quite a lot of things to dodge all at once. But we should have him in like another new phase, I think, by now, because we have been dealing quite a lot of damage to the boss in question. Make sure that we get rid of all these additional monsters, is what I wanted to say, and then all of a sudden I just got destroyed. I need to pay attention to quite a lot of things at the moment. Maybe a little bit too much for a regular gamer, for a casual gamer, but I am one of those regular difficulty Cuphead gamers. We were like 2 shots away from killing this boss. I think we got it. I think we know exactly what to expect rather. I think we know what is gonna happen, and I think we will be a-okay actually. But it did make me, well, the fact that it was on my free day today made me dread the diagnostic research report writing even more. And I really had a hard time. Almost didn't get to enjoy my free day really, except for the fact that one of my dearest friends actually came to visit. And it's a person that I don't see all that often, so it was a very nice break from the work, the time that we did spend together. Went to some stores to get some shit for her. In the end, none of the things we actually were trying to get for her were in stock or were available, so I didn't see that we were in the new phase already. So it was just like a nice walk to the city center of Leuven, and we actually did not purchase anything she had to purchase. But that's okay, you know. That's shopping with women, right? I don't get that tendency though of like getting into a store and then trying on 10 different items but not buying anything. And sure, I am kind of a little bit minimalistic, so I am all for not spending money that you don't have to spend, so therefore not immediately buying something if you don't necessarily need it or actually need it. But still, I need to stop doing that. Still, it's quite a weird tendency. That's better. Move back first, and then we can actually use the dash to dodge if you want to. Should be in the latest phase almost, I think. Some dodging of these attacks first. Presumably one of these, or at least one of these, is like parryable by us, but we haven't found out which one yet. Yeah, that was my bad. Could have maybe dashed there to get back into the right position, but sometimes you need to react quicker, you know. And sometimes my reaction speeds are a bit slow. Luckily, some other speeds in my life are very slow, like for example my sexual speed. Huh? Lucky that is of extreme speed. If it was an attack from the Pokemon universe, it would be extreme speed, that's for sure. How would you describe your sexual capacities and your sex life if you had to describe it with a Pokemon attack. Roar of Time. Earthquake. Self-destruct. That would be a bit weird, a bit worrying if your sex life or your sexual escapades would be described by the word self-destruct, but hey, I'm not king shaming. If you are an ISIS cosplayer in the bedroom, you do you, my friend. Alright, I noticed it in time that the roots were coming out. I did, holy shit, kinda got scared. I'll see you when we hit the last phase. I'll see you in the last phase. No, I think we can do some more talking, right? Because you guys also love the sound of my voice. One of the random comments I got today or maybe yesterday was like about a person finding one of my Noita videos hilarious. And that's when I realized that yes, indeed, in that video I paid cognitive effort to trying to be funny. You know, I made a whole lot of references and I tried to make some topical jokes that were in line with what was actually happening on the screen and stuff, and also made some references to popular media. And that's the best kind of humor. It's a kind of humor that I still have to very consciously invest in if I want to introduce it in one of my videos. It's not an automatic process like I want it to become, but the process of automation is only there when you practice enough. So that's exactly what I should do. Practice a little bit more. Practice makes perfect. Practice is very important. Careful for the roots. Careful for the everything. We're fine. We're fine. We're fine. Let that brain be. It's just one extra little attack to dodge that's not gonna make or break. That's maybe gonna make or break this run. He must almost be dead. I am about to lose all my marbles. No, that's not true. But it is a hard boss, I must say. It's one of the hardest ones we have fought so far, in my opinion. There's quite a lot going on screen at all times. What did we then do with my friend today? I'm kind of circling back to a subject I stopped talking about a second ago, but we just talked. We talked, we sat in the sofa. I drank a coffee, she ate a little bit of chips. A little bit of potato chips because she still had to eat some dinner, and I actually had nothing in my home, which was kind of sad for her because she had volleyball training afterwards, so she needed some fuel in her life. But all in all, we just had an amazing day together. I didn't even try to dodge there. I was just standing, looking defeat in the face, not with a smile, but with a very, very sad face. No, dodge the roots. Dodge the roots by jumping right in, straight into one of those flying plants. You know, that's exactly what you need to do right there. If you want a game plan for this boss, just jump into the enemies. That's the best approach I can give you. We're struggling. We're struggling here. I'm not feeling like tilted or anything, because we still have some attempts in me before I get to that point, that's for sure. But I am kind of sad that I am struggling so much, and also sad that I am just not thinking straight, running straight into enemies and stuff. But this attack, for some reason, this attack is kind of impossible for me to dodge. Yeah, these ones we have never had trouble with, like the seedlings themselves, but then as soon as the enemies spawn, all of a sudden we start shitting the bed. Here we go with the roots again. Alright, now we're in a... I am having so many attempts. I feel like the Russian people in the 20th century trying to get an honest life. A little nudge, a little reference to the Bolshevik and October revolutions. Nice little, very funny and humoristic reference there. Also a very accessible one that everyone will definitely understand. Everybody is kind of familiar with Russian politics, right? I think everybody is probably familiar with the Russian politics that are happening right at this moment, which is like Putin poisoning every single political opponent he has. I must say that man has not lost many elections in his life, mostly because the opponents that he faces generally just like disappear into thin air, or well, they disappear through air while falling from a random window from a hospital or an industry building or something like that. I don't necessarily get what happens there, by the way. I don't necessarily get what happens there, because I always stand on the latest, on the most behind platform, and then all of a sudden both platforms in front of me have roots on them. So I guess I should remember to jump forward instead of backward, but that is quite hard to keep in mind while you are also dodging 25 attacks. probably also something that those Russian politicians think about, like, well, it's quite hard to keep other stuff in mind when you are constantly avoiding attempts on your life by your political opponent. Get down, Mr. President. Not that I am well versed in Russian politics in reality, and there's probably a lot more complexity to it than I let it shine out, than I let it appear to be, which is the case for most things in life, and especially the case when you are trying to be a little bit humoristic about some subject, right? You always have to make it a bit more ridiculous, make it a bit less serious than it actually is in life. That is like the key to humor. Alright, and now we don't need to be in front, because now we actually have the correct platforms chosen. I did not dodge there, sadly enough. I don't know why not. But here is where I just shit the bed. I beg you. I want this to be over. I don't want to fight this boss anymore. Please. Oh my god. Oh my god. Don't you dare give me another one of those routes to dodge or anything. No? Whew. That was not easy. That was actually quite a struggle. I am very glad we sat through it and we went through the darkness together though. Came out on top on the other side, and now we see the light at the end of the tunnel again. Or well, we have headed into the light. We're in paradise. Next episode looks like we will head into the fight with this giant dice. One more soul recovered. I'll see you in the next episode. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.